Hello.
Yes, sir.
Amitji, we have now been associated with each other since 2006.
Yeah.
What is the best thing you liked about our association?
The best thing I think is it's not a commercial association only.
Okay.
That's the best thing. Speaking to you or on anything, it's like speaking to a friend.
Okay.
So normally when you go to any financial advisor, you find the conversation being too commercial, and you really don't feel like opening up. And it doesn't really give you the actual benefit if you don't open up uh, all your financial aspects. So I think the best thing is one that with you is like speaking to a friend and you can really be open about everything. And the second best thing about being associated with you has been the servicing. I think I'm extremely delighted with the way you have serviced. Though there have not been many instances of that, but whatever little, uh, comparing to other similar kind of service providers, I think it it has been extremely delightful experience. Especially, I can quote an example also when we were divesting one of our investments, and I had just one day, or not even a day, I think just a couple of hours to get it done. You had your guys running around just to get it done in a matter of couple of hours, when I have seen these things could take days, and the level of frustration that the investor can really lead to. So that was one of an amazing experiences that I had with you. So I think that only firmed up my belief that this is the best place to come for any financial advice and investments.
Thank you so much, sir. We are very much touched. Thank you so much. Amitji, is there something which you've not been very happy about our association?
No, I wouldn't say I have not been happy about anything. No, I really can't say that I've not been happy about anything. I think the way you have conducted, in fact, there have been, you would have seen various delays from my end in terms of coming back to you, but that has never demoralized you or your team to continuously uh, keeping in touch with me at least. So you keep sending us reminders, mails. I think that's another good thing about being associated with you. If you really want to know what one thing that probably I would want to look at is, we spoke about it some time back, some way to do our own assessment before we can come and speak to you. So if you remember, every time we come and meet and you do our financial assessment, which is fantastic. If there is a way to do our own financial assessment, this says the parameters that you have, and be ready for a conversation in advance, means that could, I think, help us even further, because all said and done means we have very limited time within which we can interact. So if we are prepared in advance on the same parameters that we discuss in our meetings, it could really help us a lot, and that will also help us to do our own assessment maybe even more frequently and take some decisions and get back to you with some more help that should be required. Are there with me?
Sure. So you basically want that some kind of a homework which we can do before we connect.
Some kind of the homework that I can do before, means I am sure that you do your homework, and I know it very well that you do your homework very well and come. But I am not prepared for that kind of homework. So what I'm trying to say is, if I can do that homework also before I come to you. Okay. So I'll give you a very simple example. In 2006, the first time that we met, and I still remember, you did an assessment at that point in time, taking into account my lifestyle, my earnings, my saving potential, my liabilities and everything. And you told me that, okay, you are 25, 26 today. Assuming you retire at the age of 50, and this is the lifestyle you want to lead, this is the amount of money you need to have in your account, and this is where you are. Now, to to reach the goal from where you are, these are the things that you may probably need to do. And the first step to it could be this investment. Okay. Which I really liked, and I still remember the entire conversation we had and how you approached the entire conversation, which made a lot of sense to me. So a similar kind of a thing, so where I can do an assessment, okay, the goal probably keeps changing, so I can set up a goal, I can set up my current assessment of my financial abilities and see the gap and take some decisions around it. Do I need a medium-term investments around that? Do I need a long-term investment around that? What kind of returns am I looking at? What kind of liabilities am I looking at 10 years down the line to be fulfilled? So I'm just talking about that. If there could be some very simple thing that we can look at and we can do, I think it makes our time more productive when we speak to each other.
Okay, great. So what you're saying, we are trying to do something like that by making an application, an
Okay.
app. An app basically will have all your income, your expenditure, your investments, everything which you can track online, and will also be connected for most of the investment which you've done, where you want to track the status, receipts, you want to know what is the plan number, how does the plan work, when do you get the money, and all these things. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, yeah.
So it is the app, we are working on it. We have multiple things we are trying to integrate on it, other than your financial analysis, investments, and other things. So I think that should be up very soon. Hello.
Yeah.
So I think what we are talking about syncs, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
so that basically is app, like जैसे आपका WhatsApp है और जैसे आपके दूसरे applications होते हैं phone के ऊपर, वैसा ही app है. We are trying to create that.
Oh, excellent. Great.
Sir, what made you buy from us for the first time?
I think I just answered that
Okay.
in my previous question.
Okay, the analysis.
The way you approached me, we just met for the first time. And first of all, I think the way you approach anyone probably is so friendly that you don't come across, I don't know if I should use that word, some agent trying to sell some policy.
Okay.
None of you guys come across that.
That's really good, sir.
It's a friend who is standing there to help you if you need it. And if you don't need it, let's have a friendly chat and let's meet again after for some time.
That's
So
it.
there is no force that you have to, no, this is good, you do this, you do that, and all that, which leads to a lot of frustration. Just two friends meeting. If you can help, you're more than happy to help. If we don't need anything, okay, let's meet again in 6 months, which is the best part. And I think that's what not only made us invest for the first time, but made us come back to you every now and then when I need an investment.
Sure, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Sir, how do you think that we can make our relationship stronger, our association stronger?
I think we should speak more frequently, and partly is not partly. I think most of it is on me to be blamed, but I think we should find more opportunities to speak to each other more frequently.
Sure.
Being in touch with each other more frequently.
I
That's
think
the only
that's-
thing I think I can think of it.
That's a valid point. How frequent do you think we should review or connect? Every 6 months or every 1 year, or
I think 6 months should be a good frequency. At least 6 months. We may not have anything to. Every 6 months, we may not have an opportunity to make an investment. But I think it's a good frequency to get in touch.
exactly? That's what.
Understand what's happening. Yeah.
Right. Sir, what changes do you advise our team to become better?
Okay. To be very frank, Nish, I think I know only you when it comes to Sanghi Consultancy. I don't know what your team comprises of. So I really don't know. For me, it's one man army.
Okay.
I've not seen anyone else apart from you.
You would have
I've
met
not
last time Vijay, Soni, Chandra, and before that Sirish.
Vijay I met. But see, probably what can also help Nish, and I'm sure, is you have a strong team, you have a good team, and I'm sure that you have a large pool of investors, a pool of friends rather than investors, whom you have to constantly keep in touch. If you have a second line of certain people whom we can connect with more frequently, I have no issues with that as well. But frankly speaking, yeah, Vijay I met last time. Uh, but for me, still you remain the first and the
Sure.
only person that represents Sanghi Consultancy,
Sure.
which is a good thing also. But probably it can help if you know more of your people. Who are they?
Sure. Sure. I will definitely keep in touch with them too and ask them to keep in touch with you also. Sir, how do you think we can improve our service?
Uh, I do think see. Okay. I think you're doing everything great from a servicing standpoint. So I mentioned it earlier, I'll mention it again. The kind of proactiveness that is there with Sanghi Consultancy, I have rarely seen that kind of proactiveness with anyone. The kind of patience you guys have, the kind of perseverance you guys have, I think is amazing. When it comes to servicing, I don't think I can tell you anything. In fact, there are a lot of things to learn from you, from you guys, rather than telling you how you can improve further.
Thank you so much, sir. After being a part of the family for 8 to 9 years, this is the best thing we can hear from you. Sir, where would you like to see our association another 10 years down the line?
I think I would, you were talking about 10 years, I would want this association to last as long as possible. Not 10 years, 20 years, 30 years down the line. I think I just see it getting deeper and stronger. As I said earlier, whenever I think of investments, I think of Niyesh and Sanghi Consultancy. There is no one else that comes to my mind. When I am talking to my friends and talking about investments, I keep taking your name. I, I can guarantee you that most of my friends have your number in their mobile phones.
Acha.
I don't know if they have reached out to you, but that's the most frequent number that I share when I share the contacts.
Thank
That
you
I
so
can
much, sir.
assure you
Thank you
of.
so much.
So probably I don't share their numbers with you so frequently, but I keep sharing your number with a lot of people, and I keep telling them you just go to him and he will help you in whatever area you want to. So, uh, in terms of this relationship, yes, I think I only see it working better for both of us. I only see it getting stronger, and that's it. I don't know what else to say.
Thank you so much, sir. I really am touched to hear this. But next time, say, let it be the opposite side. Please share with us their number so we can get in touch with them.
Absolutely.
Sir, any other feedback you'd like to share, sir?
No, Desh, I think I've said it all. I'm extremely happy and delighted being associated with you. We don't get a chance to speak very frequently. Probably we'll try and change that and at least speak every 6 months. Every time I speak to you, it only assures me that my investments are in safe hands. My financial advice is in safe hands. And that takes a lot of worry out of my head. Okay. And having dealt with you, I know I don't have to think twice for anything, not only my financial investments. Okay. I think as a friend, as a person, you come across extremely supportive. And if I have anything, I know Niyesh is there whom I can go back to. In spite of the fact that I have not spoken to him in the last 12 months, I still can call you in the middle of the night.
That's very good, sir. That's a very, very good thing to hear. And we are always there, sir. In fact, I'll give you some examples. A few of my clients were in US, they lost their purses and they knew that we keep everything in soft copy. They called me late at night and at 2:37 in the morning and they wanted these details. So I had most of the things with me and I'd send them an email with all the soft copies. So that is the kind of feeling which gives us the feeling of being a family and not a kind of a business associate.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, sir. Anything else you think you'd like to share with us, sir?
No, that's it.
Sure.
Thank you.
Sir, if you had to rate us starting from 1 to 5, one being excellent,
Uh,
where would you like to rate us, sir?
a minimum of one, yes, frankly.
Thank you so much, sir. Sir, what was the most unique feature you've come across vis-a-vis working with us and with the other consulting companies? In fact, you yourself have been with HSBC.
As I said earlier, your perseverance to continuously keep in touch with uh, your, your your customers, clients, family, friends. I think that's the most unique thing I have seen, as you rightly said, this part of the thing from a financial company, and at some stage we all lose interest and we all lose track of what is happening. In 9 years of our association, you know exactly what has happened with my life. You know all the dates which are important in my life. Even after 9 years, you remember the name of the people who are associated in my life. I think that's the most wonderful thing that can happen, and that's the kind of comfort that comes from these things. So, the patience that you guys have, the perseverance that you guys have, irrespective of the kind of response you're getting, I have to be blamed. I have to blame myself at many occasions where you guys kept coming back to me for getting in touch and all that, and we for my own reasons we couldn't get in touch. But you never lost interest. You never lost your perseverance. You kept on trying, and you still keep doing that. And in the most wonderful, sweetest way that it can be done. So I think that's.
Thank you so much. I am really touched to hear this. Sir, I'm sending you few mails which are very important, which I would want you to share with your better half. I'm dropping off the call and I will give you a call in a minute. Thank you so much once again for your feedback, Amitji. I think it comes directly from your heart, which is very, very touching. Thank you so much. Thank you.